Hello, this is Dan Farisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator here at the HDBaseT Alliance booth at Infocomm 2023. So happy to be joined by two real thought leaders in the industry. We're going to be talking about video conferencing, collaboration, flexible work. Thank you both for joining me. Gabby Shricki of Valens, thank you for joining me, as well as Sudeep Trivedi with Logitech. Thank you for being here as well.
Thank you for having us.
So let's talk about the word flexible. I think that's going to be kind of at the heart of what we talk about today. People are looking for flexible work, and they need technology to be flexible in order to facilitate that. So what are you seeing as far as broad trends and what we need to achieve to be able to collaborate effectively across flexible workforces?
Great. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Dan. First of all, we are going through really a huge transformation in terms of how people work, where people work. I like to equate it to the revolution, industrial revolution we had over a century ago, and it's really a transformational period we are living in, and every organization, every individual is going through that process on what's the culture we want to implement, what sort of flexibility we want to give to employees. One thing is for sure, any top-down mandate to force employees to follow a specific work pattern or behavior is not going to work. People want to be empowered and they want to be in control of how they want to contribute to the company, and that comes down to flexibility on where they work, how often they come to the office, why do they come to the office, what value do they get, and I think that's at the core of discussion around flexible work.
I couldn't agree more. That top-down thing does not work anymore, not with today's workforces. What would you have to add, Gabby?
Right, I think we have to support it from a technology standpoint as well. So we want to be able to enable meetings to be hybrid, obviously. We want to have the guys in the room feeling comfortably able to collaborate with the guys outside of the room. And you want to have the flexibility for the end customers, the integrators, to choose the right products and to mix and match products. So obviously you have guys like Logitech who has great set of products that are camera collaboration focused, and you will need additional supporting equipment to distribute that camera content with large displays and probably multiple displays in the room. How do you do that? You need the infrastructure to support that. You need the infrastructure to be flexible to enable multiple products from different vendors with different technologies, all making one big system that is solving the problem that the customer needs. And this is really where the flexibility needs to meet the technology and vice versa.
I think that's 100% right. I hear more and more the term agnostic these days, the idea that all the different technologies the manufacturers need to play well together in the same sandbox, because it doesn't seem like people want to be locked in where I can only use this particular manufacturer. They want the technology to come to them rather than being forced into a workflow by the manufacturer. Do you want to talk even more about that idea of kind of interoperability and being able to partner well together?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dan. And as the needs of flexible workers evolve, the cloud services, AI, the kind of user experiences each service is delivering it's key to give employees that choice and flexibility. And one of the key learnings that we, Logitech, as a hardware provider, have had and are kind of making our mission in the market is the days of proprietary stacks are gone. People want that flexibility. They want that ability to use best-of-breed cloud services, best-of-breed hardware, and kind of interchangeably use technologies so that you are not locked down. You're future-proof with your investment. So, yes, absolutely, giving that flexibility of technology and kind of unlocking people from proprietary stuff is the days of past.
I think we need to also recognize the relatively success that the collaboration platforms like Zoom and Team brought to the world. And I think that if you look at the Zoom, Team, WebEx, all these platforms are getting much better, making the cost of implementing good, decent video conferencing experience down and make it part of integrate way of working. The way that Zoom and Teams are integrating their video conferencing with the rest of the, let's call it productivity suite of applications is really impressive. And I think it's something that will continue and even be better. From a standard and a technology standpoint, HDBaseT has been there to support USB extension, video extension, camera content, camera stream extension. This is mandatory for larger rooms, and I think that what we bring allows also the ability to mix and match between different vendors. We always like to work with leaders like Logitech, and we have done so in the past and will continue to do so in the future. And I believe this collaboration will yield better results for the end users.
Picking up on that point you just made, Gabi, we're really happy to be joined by Mark Barragan from Zoom. Zoom is, of course, critical to this whole workflow in terms of flexible conferencing, flexible work. What would you add, Mark, in terms of the trends that you're seeing about how we can flexibly have workforces work across different collaboration kinds of platforms and approaches?
Yeah, so I mean, this is a hot topic right now, right? Video has exploded like never before. Workers want that equity. They want to be able to join multiple platforms, like you're saying. So, we're pushing the innovation to be able to make it from a Zoom room where you can join multiple platforms, whether it's, Zoom, Teams, or WebEx. We're pushing the envelope to make sure that we're doing innovation there and adding those integrations. And there's more to come. So we haven't stopped on that innovation. We know that users want to just join the meeting. It's got to be easy. It's got to be simple. And it's got to be high quality, equitable type of experience, so we're building that.
So easy, simple, meeting equity, high quality, simple experiences without a lot of stress, without a lot of having to navigate complicated interfaces, just kind of set it and forget it and have the technology come to you rather than you having to adapt to it. Is that kind of the thrust of what we've come to here?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're also getting pushed with, it used to be in the past where, a facilities team would design a space and then it would get handed over to the IT. We're starting to see now where IT and facilities are starting to work together to build these better spaces, which is really exciting because now you're talking about building collaborative spaces from day one versus trying to take the technology and make it work around there. So, there's a lot of innovation happening there. So more, and by the way, now AI's hit the space as well, right? So Sudeep, with the Logi cameras, we're able to do things like smart gallery, get up to 5 individuals from a single space and pop them up in a gallery view. These are the innovations that are happening because our customers are pushing them to do them. And luckily with the Zoom platform and products like what Logi's bringing to market, we're able to build these products for the customers.
Well, Gabi, Sudeep, Mark, I really appreciate you, all thought leaders in the flexible workflow and flexible workspace category. I appreciate you coming together, sharing your insights about how we are going to work in the years ahead, collaborate in the years ahead, and how all of your companies are going to be leaders in bringing us to that future. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
My name is Dan Farisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator here at the HDBaseT Alliance booth at Infocomm 2023, talking with thought leaders in the collaboration category. Again, thank you for being here.